did this ourselves.
They're coming. It can't be.
Where is everyone?
Hey survivors, Makeshift here along with Winks.
Hi everyone.
And we are continuing our longer than normal Neotropolis season. I think we're both just super psyched on it. Winks, have you come down from Neotropolis yet, would you say?
Not quite. I feel like this year was really special, and I feel like it definitely deserves all the content we've been putting out for it, which has been really nice. And today we have something really exciting for everybody. So how can
tell
we
me
not?
about it. Yeah.
Well, today we're going to be talking to the band Eclectotron. They're kind of like Neo's unofficial house band. They've played every Neo I've been to. They're super fun. They do like, what would you call it? Like synth rock. And we're super pumped to be talking to two of the vocalists today.
Yeah, they put on such a fun show, and they just dropped a new album as well as a brand new music video that we just watched together. And oh my gosh, it touches you in all. It touches you in all the right spots. It feels like Wally meets the Mars rover that we always heard would send kind of quirky messages. And that's what it feels like. Cute. It's great. But yeah, let's get into it because we have a lot to talk about with them. Yeah. I'm super excited to have them on. Welcome to the show, Eclectotron.
One more time, my mind. One more every time, for it carry on. One last time, sanctify my God.
Hello, Eclectotron. Welcome to the Apocalypse Post. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
It is great to be on the Apocalypse Post. Thank you for having us.
And if we all sound a little exasperated, it's because we just went through, a half hour, 40 minutes of technical...
Yeah, 32 minutes of
troubleshooting.
Good old content fun.
Yeah.
But we got here.
We got here, and I'm really happy that we made it work because this is going to be a fantastic episode. Guys, I want you all to introduce yourself. Let's start with you, Reese. We go back the longest. So, tell us a little bit about your background.
Hey, I'm Reese. I go by XLR at Neotropolis. I am a costumer. I am a video professional. I make a bunch of crazy music and sound recordings, and I started the band Eclectotron with some of my best friends in the world.
Yes, your best friend. A great friend, yes.
Such good friends.
Such great friends.
Good friends.
I am Madison / Maddie. My Neo name is Babe.Wave, and my band name is Babe.Wave. I'm the front woman. I provide the dance moves. I write some of the songs. And like anybody in the band would tell you, I do many different things within the band because we all do many things.
She's also a very talented voiceover artist.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll have to talk more about that.
Very cool.
And you guys are a real life duet as well, right?
We are. We are married as hell, dude.
So married.
Yes.
Super married. They're roommates.
We're roommates.
They're roommates.
with a baby in the background.
She is.
A little fur baby.
Little friend.
Baby.
Awesome. And we have one more member of Eclectotron joining us today. Francis, hello. Welcome for being here.
Hi, I'm Francis.
Welcome for being here.
Welcome from being here. I'm Francis. I play guitar in Eclectotron, and I also contribute to songwriting and production and all the other stuff that comes with being in a band. Most of it's not on stage.
That isn't that the truth. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, really glad to have you guys on. And we're going to talk all about Neotropolis, the band, a little bit of how you guys got here, and of course the new album and new music video. Winks and I were just watching the new music video. We're super psyched on it.
Thank you so much for watching it. We put a lot into that music video.
And we can
delightful.
tell. Yeah.
It's so delightful.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about that before we even get into it, since I already broke the ice there.
Sure. Just a quick little spiel about the band. Eclectotron was meant. It was at least born to be a project that did not have like a single genre. It's built into the name, like Eclectotron, eclectic electronic music, so that we could mishmash all the genres that we wanted to perform in a single set and just kind of throw it at audiences and see what happens. And we got to really kind of test that with our first full-length album. The music video to which you are referring is called YS1. It's about a lonely Mars rover and his introspective journey through his memories as he travels across the surface of Mars and barely survives.
Oh, I was
He's
so
so
worried
cute.
about him.
It features his memories based on his interactions with the lead engineer and designer, who is performed by our very lovely lead singer Madison, and
Awesome.
she kind of saves him in his moment of peril.
With dance
And,
moves, I believe.
with
was
Dance,
the,
yes,
was the
I
recommended.
love and dance moves and the power of music and rock and roll.
It's
And I
so
assume
great.
that's how things actually go down at NASA. So
That's
As
probably
far
what it
as
is.
I know, yes.
And
Yeah,
on
that's
Mars.
what I've heard too. And
Yeah,
on
and
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah.
Were you guys inspired by the real Mars rover? Because NASA had a lot of fun putting out like little messages that the Mars rover was sending to us. And
Yeah.
they really gave him a strong personality, and it felt like that came across in the music video.
Yeah, it's actually totally inspired by the last words of not the current rover, but the rover that died in 2010s. Like as it died in a dust storm because the solar panels got covered in dust, and so like he doesn't convey words in the way that like NASA wants you to think they do, but the message that he sent was basically my mission has been productive and serene, but it's getting dark and my batteries won't turn on. This may be my final message. And so I heard that, and Francis had actually written the majority of the music for this song with a totally unrelated project. And
wow.
when we were going through and like just kind of like listening to like ideas that we had like on like brainstorming and writing sessions, he showed me this song, and I was like, fuck that other band. That's coming to Eclectotron, baby. That song is rad, and we're going to write sad robot lyrics about it because I think it's amazing. And so we took it, we like reworked it just a little bit, added a bridge section, and it became what you hear now.
I need to know, who is this robot that is featured in the music video, because it's very cute.
It's
and
real,
I want to
right?
know more about it.
He's a real remote control robot. We're because we work in adjacent to film and television industries. We have a lot of friends that do like cool professional things. And our friend who designed and built that robot, she worked for Jim Henson for a long time before Jim
sick.
Henson went away.
Wow, yeah.
But and she has a background in robotics. She did a bunch of work with BattleBots. And so what you're seeing is actually the base of a BattleBot that she designed like a false solar panel for, and then built a head that just is on three-axis gimbal. So
Very cool.
the head can turn up, down, left, right. And the robot arm that you see is actually the jankiest thing that's ever existed. And it's a miracle that we got it to work at all in the shots.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this is just a Chelsea Pickens is her name. She's a very talented sculptor, prosthetics artist, creature
Cool.
artist, robotics
Wow.
expert. She kind of does she's one of those people that's just like
Jack
incredible.
of all trades. It sounds
I'd be
like.
happy
Wow.
to share some of her information with you guys after the podcast.
Oh,
But
yeah,
our
that'd
friend
be
Chelsea Pickens did that. And
And
it was also
wasn't it-
based on
Wasn't it
Sorry, Francis.
like a 3 remote controls to control it, I think?
correct.
Whoa.
It
Yeah.
was 3 remote controls to control it. 1 for the base, 1 for the head, and then 1 for the robotic arm.
Oh, I love it.
So we had 3 puppeteers controlling it, and it was actually, I should give credit where credit is due. The robot is based off of sketches made by our director Candice Lewis,
Oh my
Candice
gosh.
Jade Lewis, and
Very
she's
cool.
a very talented director and writer, and the whole aesthetic for like the different sized eyes and like the little boxy head on the little beetle body. Those were her original concept ideas.
Oh,
and
cute.
Jeez.
and yeah, she'll be stoked to get the recognition because we want to get that video out to more eyes.
And I
Yeah.
see
It's
why
honestly
it's
like,
everywhere.
He's so charming.
yeah,
Like
and
the
the
whole
production
video is so
value
charming. Yeah.
is so high,
ahead,
and yeah, it's obviously like you guys put some effort behind the music video. There's the production values through the roof. You've got an entire sequence like inside what would be NASA's command station.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then it seriously looks like you're out on Mars somewhere with the robot, and there's just some really nice play back and forth and some like imagination because he's like there sometime. I don't know. I love what I gotta watch it again.
It was delightful.
It has music video logic in which
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
you can kind of just be like, yeah, continuity doesn't matter. It's fine.
Time and space is irrelevant.
And so what was the production schedule on that? I'd imagine it took it wasn't a couple of days.
It was actually 2.5 days of shooting.
Oh, wow.
So we had
Cool.
one full day out at Red Rock. They call it Red Rock Canyon, but it's actually not far from California City. It's
cool.
like
Sweet.
maybe a half hour east of California City. There's just like
Dang,
this little state park that's
Sweet.
nestled back there. And in order to like, not get busted, we ended up like taking all of our gear and like hiking like a mile just out into like bushwhacked it. And
wow.
we found like
Dang.
a thing that had like, because we had to paint a lot of like shrubbery out because there's no shrubs on Mars. So we found like a formation that had the least amount of shrubbery. So we did that. And then we had like a pickup day of like the inserts of the hand grabbing stuff. And then we had just a single day at X Labs with our friend Matt Janae. He was kind enough to let us use the hangar of the actual aerospace robotics company that he works for.
Whoa,
Wow.
sweet.
He just let us shoot in there for on a Sunday, and we had
That's
like
awesome.
a 12-hour day there. So it was like 2.5 days of production, and then a pretty fast post schedule. Like
Wow.
all the post production was done in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, it didn't look like there was a ton of like special effects. You guys did a lot of that practically, right?
It's all practical, but there's a lot of color work to make it look like Mars.
Yeah.
We were very picky about our edit, and we did have to paint out like birds and flies
funny.
and plants and cactuses, and we had to do like a little bit of like, but you're right, most of the like sort of like robotics and effects work that's practically done.
Sweet.
And like all the
That's
big lighting changes are lights turning on and off, so it's not like a big
Wow. Okay, cool.
3D
And you-
lift.
Awesome.
You wouldn't believe where the birds were that needed to be painted out too, because they weren't outside; they were inside the giant hangar. There was
Oh,
like
there
a
were birds
population.
in the hangar.
Yeah.
There was like a population of birds in the hangar.
Yeah.
We were like,
Wow.
But it
thank
was-
God we're not recording sound.
But it was really lovely because in between shots, the ceilings are like what 20
Dude, they're like 100 feet high.
like they're
Very
so
high.
high. So it's this very like crazy kind of echoey liminal space. And there's just like this beautiful chirping of birds in the
Oh.
distance. So it was nice in the moment, but also
Yeah.
we're like, oh fuck, that's gonna be really annoying to edit out once
That's
we're
so
done
funny.
shooting.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
And Maddie, you did a ton of dancing in this, of course.
I sure did.
Are you also the choreographer?
They just told me, all right, sell it, sister. And
What?
And that was that's all I got.
That's
So
all
that dance
improv?
where we all
That's
come
all
together,
Yeah.
well, that part,
the director, she came up with that.
That was
on the
fun.
spot.
it was so,
No
that was the
way.
only choreographed piece, which is like probably my favorite part of the video.
Yeah, you
I loved all the
choreographed all
band
your own
members with the
dancing.
clipboards.
Yeah, exactly. It was so good.
That was an
no,
afterthought. Yeah.
yeah, but no, leading up to that, I was just like, okay, it's one of those things. It's one of those situations where, like if you didn't prepare for a presentation, but it's like on a topic that like you're very experienced in, and you just know like, okay, I just need to open my mouth and trust that like whatever's gonna come out is gonna come out, and that's gonna be satisfactory. And I did that with my body.
It was
amazing. You did it.
It reminded me, like that section reminded me of early OK Go music videos, oddly enough.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
Because the dancing is like a little bit loose, like it's not like super tight like a hip hop video or something. But it's like really fun. You can tell you guys are having a good time, which is so OK Go. It's just everyone's having a ball doing it.
It's really joyful. Like it comes across how much fun you guys were having filming.
Oh, it was so great because it was like all of us, the whole rest of the band just got our direction was like, okay, you're just shitty men that don't do anything at NASA, and you basically are just judging her the whole time whenever anything goes wrong. And those were such funny characters to play because and that was like the only note, like it was our only thing that we got to do. The whole music video was just be shitty, like massive. Anyway.
Yeah, and we had these crazy name tags that were just like they didn't show up in the final video at all, but we had them. So like we felt like we were these characters with these like insane mugshots.
Oh yeah, we have these like really cool like I still have mine. We have these really cool pro kind of like the type of like clip-on lanyard you'd see somebody who works at like Lockheed or some aerospace type company with like ID photos that we submitted. They look super professional to the point where like if any of us needed to gain access to a building, we could probably convincingly
and they had them on
with it.
The thing where you can like pull it and like shut it, and then you're like going, it snaps back.
It looks like I was pepper spraying someone actually just then.
We had a lot of fun.
All good.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I because I'm also a filmmaker, we could talk about the behind the scenes of this the whole time, but we have so much to cover. If you guys do want to watch the music video, I'm going to put a link in the show notes below, and it's called YS-1, and it's on the Retro Synth YouTube.
Okay, I have one more question, though. Whose idea was the kiss? Because that was really funny.
Oh my God.
That's got to be Matney.
That was super funny.
No. Okay, so here's the thing. One of the highlights of me and Reese's wedding at the reception was Francis and Paul, who's our drummer who can't make it this evening. They did it. So we didn't have dancing at our reception. We had karaoke instead because our people are much more singing people versus like boogie people. So they do A Whole New World together. Francis, who was Jasmine and who was Aladdin? I can't remember.
I was Aladdin and Paul was
You were
Jasmine.
Aladdin. Okay. And so Paul's Jasmine. So they do this because Paul has this really incredible falsetto, fun fact. So they sell it, they bring the house down, and then like as people are wildly applauding, they just look at each other and just kissed, and it was unbelievable. And so the framework for that happening again in the future started at our wedding. So now it comes up a lot on stage or in our video or out at dinner. So it's great.
And the shot in the video, Paul was like, "Oh, we're gonna do this right now," and my glasses were falling off, and he got pushed up against me, and I was like panicking that my glasses were gonna break. So it looks like I'm like, "No, don't."
I know. That's what it was. I was like, Francis, why are you resisting this? Like, this is your guys' thing.
Yeah, my glasses were legitimately almost broken. They'd fallen off. They were like right here between our chests being held up.
That's so
it was like
fun.
I'm so glad that little piece made it because we did so many takes of that moment.
I know.
We did a lot of takes in the control room. This is a good like little. I'm sorry, you're right. We're gonna move the hell on from this, but
let's hear it though. Let's hear it.
This was fun. A lot of Neotropolis folk are obsessed with the store Apex Electronics in the Valley. All the props that we used for the control room were rented from Apex Electronics.
Whoa, sweet.
And I finally got to like justify like, oh, I get to play with all these stupid like machines that don't do anything functional but look sick as hell. So that was fun.
That's
Sweet.
super fun.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I mentioned in the
cool.
intro.
Sorry for interrupting our move on. I just
you had to know. You had to know.
No, and I'm glad we stuck around for it. All right, so I mentioned earlier on that I've known Reese the longest out of you guys. Reese, you volunteered to be on the video crew for Wasteland years ago.
Yeah, it was like 2021 or something, 2022.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, first off, you're a fantastic shooter. I was so happy to have you, and I wish I could have kept you while I was still in charge of the crew. But it was years later that I finally saw you again, and I didn't even know it was you. But I came up to you after the Eclectotron show, and I was just like, "Hey, nice show." And then when you recognized me, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. I think it was a couple years ago. It was in the maintenance bay, right?
Yeah, it was in maintenance bay, and I was so surprised, and I love that was kind of like a fun way to reconnect. But yeah, I want to know about how Neotropolis was for you guys this year.
I mean, we had an incredible time.
It was, and I think talking to a lot of people at Neo this year, this was just the best Neo by far. Seriously, I feel like everybody is understanding in the best way possible. Everybody's understanding their lane. Everybody's understanding their contribution. The camaraderie between all of the musical acts this year was just
that was a big thing for us.
Top level. It was so cool
because we got to know. I mean, we've known Street Cleaner for a long time, but we got to know the Megatronics guys a little bit better. We've been getting to know like Knight Rider a little bit more every year. Cool. And it just felt like this year, like we were all on the same team and we were all doing a show together. So that for us, that was a huge part of why it was so much fun. Cause like we were just at the core for hours every night. And I'm sure anybody who's interacted with the band or the Gentleman Loser knows we're all staff at the Gentleman Loser. So we're basically just going back and forth between the core and the loser all night, serving drinks and slap shots and playing music. And it was just like this year we got to really focus on that. We didn't have a lot of other, the weather helped.
Oh my God. Such a dream.
Yeah. And we didn't have a lot of the sort of like, we didn't take on too much like we have in years prior. So it was, for us, this was the most fun I think we had at Neo.
Yeah, this was definitely the first year that I don't think anybody in our camp or our group was like relieved for it to be over at the end of the week. Usually we're just exhausted, and even if we had a good time, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm going to go home and take a shower. On that Monday, I was like, I think I'd be having a good time if I was still at Neo.
Yeah,
and it's so funny.
We're like, I could go for 5 more days.
This was the first year when it was over with. I like the following week. I'm like, I miss it, and I miss the people, and I miss, the whole rigmarole.
And it's so funny
the vibes
because
were incredible this year.
For build, there was like crazy wind and super cold. Mm-hmm. The event was perfect, and then as soon as the event ended, like Sunday afternoon, like once everyone was gone,
oh my God,
it got cold and windy again. It was nuts. Oh, so like, had we stuck around, had the event been longer, we would have probably been like, oh man, that was a bad ending. But it ended at the right time because when the weather is that cooperative, it makes the events just so much better.
Totally.
So, all right. So a little bit more on Neotropolis. What was your first show at Neo? Was it like, because I know the first time I saw you guys, it was at Maintenance Bay, which is one of just the tribe tents where you could maybe fit like 30 people in there tops. And so I remember Matthew had set up like almost a rehearsal for you guys there before you went on the main stage at the same event. Is that kind of how it was? Was that your first Neo show?
We actually created the band for Neo. Like
Sweet.
When Neo was announced, I like a lot of people, I completely lost my mind and hyper focused the shit out of all I could think about was Neotropolis for a while. And then they ended up delaying it a year for those of us who remember the old days.
It wasn't even 2 years.
I think it was supposed to be 2020 and they ended up pushing it. Was it 2022?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because we only got the vaccines that season and they weren't quite ready yet.
Yeah.
So in that extra year, I got thinking about it. I was like, man, I'd already, my friend Patrick Drench and I, we'd already talked about putting the loser together, the Gentleman Loser, as a bar, like making the bar from Neuromancer, but in real life.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And, on top of that, I was like, man, but I've like the most success and like sort of creative output that I've experienced in my life has always been around like making bands and music. I was like, well, what if we made like a Neotropolis band? And it was that literally the December before that Neotropolis, that like I decided to like buckle down and like write some songs. And like Francis actually co-wrote one of them. At the time he wasn't in the band yet, but he co-wrote one of the songs. And Maddie had sung on them, and we were like trying to put together this project, and we're like, we want it to be like synthwave, but we're not really synthwave musicians. We do like a little bit more of the rock and roll thing, but like we want some elements of synth and some elements of that. So we were actually on at the core the very first Neo. We've performed all 5 years of Neotropolis, and we used to do multiple shows. We used to do like a couple tribe shows or a couple faction shows.
Okay, yeah.
And then the core, and then management was like, "Hey, please stop doing that." So we had to stop doing that.
Funny, because they want to just like have your headline be headline.
Yeah, and they want to keep the like interest in like musical acts focused, and I understand that.
Yeah.
And at first I was all bummed out about it, but to be honest, it was kind of nice not having to play 3 shows. It was
lovely. It was lovely.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. And what is it like to spend a weekend or a long weekend in as it really is, participating in like a music venue like this, but you get to be part of a festival at the same time. So you're intermingling with your fans, you're playing games right alongside them, you're hosting them at your bar. How is it like talking to the people that know your music and being part of it in that way at Neotropolis?
I mean, it's amazing because people rarely put it together immediately. It's like if they see us outside of the musical context, like if I'm walking around with a guitar, they figure it out. But like if they come into the Loser and like Francis is behind the bar or I'm behind the bar, we love that moment where like they're like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, I'll have Stray Light Smash. Oh, you played guitar on stage 10 minutes ago. Like that is always really fun.
And at the Loser, sometimes it's like they realize it after you slap them.
Oh, funny. Oh my god.
But it's great. Like we love interacting, like because it's so much more than just a music festival. It's so much more than just a LARP. It's like this kind of this thing that doesn't exist kind of outside of itself at the moment. And we got to do some fun stuff with Diatones, which is like a new faction, like a music faction in Mega Block. They were so fun.
They were great.
They let us do an album signing, and they took us into the back room, and they gave us a rundown of their like the sort of quests that they were running, and that was super fun and super cool. We love our maker friends. Like some of the vendors like Ian Madej and Curtis over at Greystar Innovations, and then the Armory, Starside Armory. Thank you.
Starside, yeah.
Like they do great stuff. They've made. Oh, I got a custom helmet from one of them.
Sick.
I got my Eclectotron helmet that I can absolutely not wear live because
funny.
Yeah, I believe that. It's so cool though.
Yeah.
Eclectotron.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You need a tube hole.
Yeah, just like right in there. God, that'd be terrible.
You can do what DJ Lexcellent does and just have it on until you get too hot, and then just take it off and be like, whatever, fuck this.
Yeah, exactly. God, yeah, I can't do the mask thing, but but no, it's an incredible community of an incredibly creative and hardworking people. And we know that they're hardworking because they go out to the desert for a week and a half and do manual labor for fun.
Yeah.
In challenging conditions.
Yeah, in a horrible weather.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I got to say, the Gentleman Loser is like one of the most fleshed out bar spaces that Neotropolis has. You guys are very three-dimensional. You always have tons of ceiling stuff, which I absolutely love. Last year, you had these snacks from Asia that we obsessed with. Just on your wall for people to grab.
Describe them, because we have many.
So we actually have like a running gag of who can get like the worst snack from the Asian market.
Oh my god!
And see what, like, I brought like bits of like crab, like dried bits of crab and shrimp, and like they were terrible. But there are occasionally good ones.
Yeah, no, I want to hear about the snack that you guys
like,
loved.
Were they like oniony sticks makeshift?
Yeah,
or something?
oniony
they were
sticks.
like little thin. They were in a tiny bag,
Okay.
And they're like individual servings. Yeah. No, I remember those.
Yeah, they were
They
tiny.
were so good. We came back and like took.
Oh my god.
There's such a rotating door of those. I don't think it's
We get, you know what we do? We get those when you go to an Asian market, those really cute snacks where the packets are all like it's a exactly. It's like a string of like interconnected snacks, and there's like 10 of them, and the packaging's really cute. And we probably just bought it because we thought the packaging was cute.
Right.
And we're like, if this is terrible, sorry. But
No, they were so good. We grabbed them like by just chance. We were like, oh, let's try these. And then we like came back later to get more. We
the snacks at the loser. Some of them are awesome and some of them aren't.
It's a roulette every
then.
time. Yeah. They're either really good or really bad.
And I do want to just say that we are staff here at the Gentleman Loser, but we are far from the only staff. The Gentleman, we're just a part of a very large community of people that makes the Gentleman Loser what they are, and we are lucky to be afforded the ability to both go there and slap people's faces and play music, and like there's just too many names to call out here, but like the Gentleman Loser is in and of itself an incredible group of hardworking people, and we do not want to imply in any way that we do the majority of stuff that happens there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We absolutely do not.
There's a lot of names on the spreadsheet.
I believe that.
Drench for the details.
I mean, we were like, hey, I was looking for like guest bartender spots, and we asked, and they were like, no, we got plenty of people. And I was like, I believe that, but I thought I'd shoot my shot.
We do takeovers. If you ever want to do a takeover, there's like a muscle mommy takeover
cool that
this year.
I'm just one guy. I don't have a group.
Oh,
so
we'll figure it out.
So we did a muscle mommy takeover, and we had an out of faction guest help out with that, and it was incredible, wild success. Yeah,
that's so.
You could do a podcast takeover. You record a live podcast from the bar, maybe.
Well, I'm trying to serve drinks and slap people.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, that one was hard.
We could do like 1 minute interviews as people get slapped. That'd be fantastic.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I love this.
So why did you decide to get a 10?
Too many 10s this year.
We are going to take a quick break, but right when we come back, we're going to finally dive into the new record. I should just take it. I'm going to take it out of the plastic because look at this art. It's called Galactic Trash. So we're going to talk all about this when we get back. All right, so stick around.
Embark on your next mission with Atalanta Enterprises, where personal attention meets cutting-edge resources. Our establishment offers expert service, vital information, top-of-the-line equipment, and skilled personnel to ensure your success. Our knowledgeable staff stand ready to assist you in identifying, planning, and executing your next assignment with the utmost expertise, discretion, and professionalism. Day or night, for all your information and resource needs, visit Atalanta Enterprises along the drag at the entrance of the Mega Mall.
Following decades of success with Leib, the Wayward Chemical Consortium is proud to bring you the newest, most energetic drink on the market today. Leib Neon P! With more caffeine than any organism should withstand and more flavor than you can shake a Titan mollusk at, Leib Neon P is the fuel you need to be faster, smarter, and harder than the competition.
WCC is not responsible for kidney damage, nausea, digital numbness, anxiety, loss of visual acuity, dizziness, nosebleeds, joint inflammation, tooth decay, sore throat, bronchitis, or eruptive halitosis caused by the consumption of lead. WCC does take credit for any inspirations, heroic actions, or feats of athleticism when consuming lead products.
Leib Neon P. It's legal!
Look at this. So this is legitimately my first time pulling it out of the actual sleeve. This is one of those like pressed vinyl records that I see on the TikTok.
And thank you for buying one makeshift.
It's so cool. Like you can see the flecks of the different, like, so it's like recycled vinyl or something, right?
Yeah. So funny story with that color choice.
Yes.
We've like pressing like a project to vinyl is always like a personal goal of mine. And once you get like to a point that like, oh yeah, we've put enough time and effort into not just shaping the individual recordings on this record, but like the sound as a band. Yeah, it was time to make a record for this. But we had to pay for it ourselves. And paying for it yourself, very expensive. They offered a discount if you would just get whatever color they had left over at the factory. And so we didn't know what color it was going to be. We took the discount, and we're like, the whole time we were just like, oh my God, what's it going to be? Is it going to
cool?
Yeah, is it going to be like a diarrhea swirl? Or is it going to be like a cool, like a black and yellow? Like, what's it going to be? And so like we finally got and they ship everything separately. And when we finally got the wax for the record, we were like, oh my God, it looks super cool.
Yeah,
we're so relieved.
We got
Are they all
lucky.
the same for the whole run, or are there like
roughly? So
Okay.
it's all the same color combinations, but
Yeah,
like it's
okay.
wax, and they just have like a big old like Play-Doh tube of it, and they just kind of smush out a bloop onto it, and then they press it. And so like you're gonna get different patterns, but the same color combination.
That's so
Very
great.
cool.
That's so great. And I'm super excited about this because when I first saw you guys at Neotropolis, I jumped onto Spotify, and I think you had 6 songs on there at the time, and I just let it loop over and over again. Actually, funny story. I listened to those 6 songs on loop. My friend, after a storm, a tree had fallen in her yard, and a bunch of us showed up with chainsaws. And of course, my ear protection is my Bluetooth earbuds. While I'm rocking out to Eclectotron on full blast,
Not appropriate ear protection.
I am just going through this dead tree and chopping logs. It was like, this is going to be a core memory of mine through the end of days. It was super fun.
So cool.
Incredible.
Man,
but
making lumberjack music since 2023.
Yeah. I usually listen to Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit when I use a chainsaw.
Oh, that's But I'm super excited because there's 12 songs on this. So tell me a little bit about what brought you guys around to producing your first full-length record, and getting all these songs put together.
Well, like we mentioned, like the first 2 EPs that we released our first EP like right off the bat because we wanted to just have something. It was largely like figuring out what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. Like back when we first started the band, we had those 5 original songs, but we played a lot of covers out of necessity because we just wouldn't have a full set without it. And so like through like picking covers of music that appealed to us, and playing those songs, we kind of honed it down a little bit more. And so we released our next EP, Interstellar Woman, which was just 3 songs, but we wanted to like do like 3 really like rockin' songs where we got to showcase Madison's vocal ability and also like do the ham-fisted sort of like cyber rock and roll bullshit that we love. And by the time we had played that for a couple of years, we're like, okay, let's buckle down, all contribute to writing the album like as a whole band instead of just mostly me and a little bit of Francis and Madison. And the album was just basically the summary of what we had put together over those 4.5 years as a band. And it contains like lyrical and musical contributions from every member. So it just felt like it was time. It felt like it was time. We didn't want to release something before we felt like we'd figured out what we were. And by the time we put it out, it was past due, in my opinion. Francis, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I was barely involved in the first 2 EPs. Like Reese said, I played a little bit of and wrote like a little piece of one of the songs. And then by the time I was like in the band, I was like, yeah, I want to be in the band, but I also like I love writing music. That's the part of music that I love the most is writing songs and writing music and producing music and stuff like that. So I have a bunch of synthesizers. You can probably see some of them behind me. But,
yeah, both the y'all studios are tricked out like crazy. It looks awesome.
Yeah, but Reese was like, hey, so if we're doing this album, we're going to use all those synth. We're not going to use like software to make these synth parts. Like, I've been doing. I'm coming over and we're just going to like record a bunch of stuff. I've got an old Hammond organ. We use that on a few songs.
Cool.
We have like a bunch of classic synthesizers, and it's just like, even if it's not necessarily the right synth for what you would do if you're making the sound, we're going to like sound design all of it live and do all the patches from scratch and like just have a bunch of fun with it. So like,
And even our guitars are all like old tube amplifiers that we've literally done 6 microphones all over it to see like what we could. Not because it would sound better that way. It doesn't sound better that way, but it sounds more
Different.
it sounds real.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
like something that you're not going to hear when you like boot up Spotify or Apple Music. It's going to sound like hopefully something written and recorded like years ago, because that's
and
kind of the whole
cool.
The whole point, that's the fun of it, is like anyone can go into whatever program and draw in some melodies and have it sound great. But we wanted it to sound like our own thing. And even the guitars, like all the guitar equipment, like you're saying, like Connor, our friend Connor, who does High Spirit guitars, built a couple of guitars for both of us. So we're using custom guitars. He built my amp. So custom amps, like we're using like a ton of like homemade stuff that like
not
most of
because
which
it
we
sounds
didn't build.
better.
Yeah,
because
it's cooler.
because it sounds different.
Yeah. But the High Spirit guitars are awesome.
Yeah, those guitars
really good.
are pretty rad.
That's
and
awesome.
we're excited to start writing a new one, because it's
Yes.
been a whole month since we released the last one. That's boring now.
Yeah. You've
Music's
rested on
over.
your laurels long enough. Time to write new music.
What are the other like big venues you have for like cyberpunk music? Because Neotropolis seems to be like obviously a perfect venue for sharing it. Is there a lot of other opportunities with that genre out there?
There
where do you play in
are-
the off season?
There's a lot of opportunities. Like synthwave is still super popular. Like bands like Carpenter Brute, bands like Perturbator, Dance with the Dead. They're becoming almost mainstream. Like you could make the argument that Carpenter Brute, I mean, he played Coachella. You could say that that's mainstream. So that music is getting accepted more and more. What's funny about the whole situation is we're not really synthwave. We're like this weird hodgepodge of like, people have compared us to like Priss and the Replicants. Like we are like the Power Rangers answer to rock and roll. Like we have like
cool.
elements of synthwave, we have elements of like power metal, we have elements of like sort of like retro funk, like neo funk. But like we're just kind of like whatever we want to be, and this is it's amazing. Like it's what we love. It allows us to express ourselves in ways that we find extremely gratifying. But we're also a 5-piece band, and the logistics of getting a 5-piece band around in a scene that's dominated by single DJs and duets it's a real problem. So most of the places that we play are events that we throw with other factions at Neotropolis. Not exclusively. We've played a handful of shows in LA. We've played a handful of shows in San Diego at gigs like at venues like Soda Bar, venues like what's it called? The Pirate Bar in downtown.
Oh,
Redwood. The Redwood.
Yeah.
Redwood. Yeah, it's such
Redwood.
a cool bar.
I love
It is
that
a cool
place.
bar. We've played a couple shows. We played a show at a place called Kensington Club in San Diego. We played at Que Sera in Long Beach. We've played at Secret Island in Long Beach. But like what we like to do, because there's such a theatrical sort of like, this is an event sort of type band, is like we will throw... like we do events with the Gentleman Loser. We used to do events with Maintenance Bay 54. We've done events with X-Corp. Like X-Corp? X-Corp.
I think they pronounce it X
Corpse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
corpse.
I believe
Like
so.
it's a corporation.
Yes. Yeah, I think.
Not
Yeah.
core.
Body.
Yeah.
Corpse. Well, because
Yeah.
it's
Is it Corpse?
X-Corpse
Oh,
at
Core.
Wasteland.
Oh, you're
But
right.
it's X-Core at Neo.
But I,
I
think
think
that
that's-
like it's core, but I think they pronounce it corpse because it's supposed to be a
Core.
body.
Because
Core,
we're
bro.
core.
Because
we're
and
core.
we're core, Francis. Totally different story.
But yeah,
Hit us up
we
in the
played.
comments. Is it
Yeah,
X-Corp?
let us
We're putting
know.
together a little.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're putting together a little mini tour right now. We'll announce it when all the
Rad.
bookings are confirmed. But we want to do more sort of typical club type shows. It's just been it's the logistics of getting 5 people who work full time to travel and make it work outside of the not inconsiderable labor that is Neotropolis is we usually do it in bursts. So we get like 5 or 6 shows a year. And we hope that we get to play more than that in the future.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you mentioned you have 5 people in the band. So I know Paul does drums. Oliver Panic does he plays bass. They're both fantastic, by the way. But on your website, which, by the way, has not been updated in a couple years, guys.
Wow, calling them out.
I honestly forgot about it until like January of this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Like the bill for URLs usually comes like once every 2 years. And it's like $10, so you don't notice it.
Yeah, totally. But you have a couple other band members listed out. And first off is Patrick Evans, who is the repairman and bartender. What does he do for the band?
So originally we wanted it to be much more theatrical. We wanted it to be very much like we would have like our characters would have like dialogue and like bits, and like there was going to be like a whole originally oh no, the brain that plays all the backing tracks broke down. We need somebody to fix it, and that was gonna be Patrick's role. He was going to go on stage and like fix it and like give us shit for letting it break in the first place. Nice. And so like a lot of that stuff was created as a ruse so that Jared would believe that we were a real band and I didn't just make it up like 6 months before Neotropolis. He saw through my lies, but he also was like, I respect how much work went into this and I love the idea. So yeah.
So
you guys
he
get
was
the green light.
He was like Ben Carr from the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, the guy that just goes around and dances the whole time because he was too young to get into the shows. So the band was just like, yeah, he's in the band. He dances.
It's like that. Or like the guy in YMO just smokes a cigarette and changes the passwords on the synth. Like,
somewhere between those and the dude in Slipknot that just plays the beer keg with a bat. You know?
There's two of them, I think.
But yeah,
so is he still working on show stuff with you?
We're still figuring out more like a good fluid way to get him involved with the show that makes it more along the lines of what we had originally intended. But like everything, like it comes down to it and we're like, oh shit, we'll do it next year. There's too much to worry about right now. We'll just take care of it next year.
Next time.
That's too funny. And then the other member that I saw, and this one I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about, but Eclectotron, the robot, who
sucks.
Yeah. He's a dick. He's a dick.
Oh no.
We hate Ron.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't like Ron? What
he's fine. We couldn't do it without him, so it's okay. He just really doesn't like us.
He doesn't move like you would think a robot does. He does these very like sporadic, like big movements with his arms and kind of no rhyme or reason in terms of like the timing of which that he does it. So you're sitting next to him and it sounds like he's off or he's idle. And then he'll just go like this and whack you directly in the face. We did the
sounds like a cat toy.
We've made a bunch of content with him, but it's mostly like on our like peppered throughout our Instagram and Facebook, and we have a YouTube, but like we're still working on getting more Ron content.
But when he hits us, or when we had a video recently promoting our album where he just body slams Reese, none of that is planned. He
actively tries to hurt himself and others all the time.
So it's kind of like an abusive situation.
Yeah.
It's
he
a hostile work environment.
We had to take away backing tracks privilege from him and give it to Paul. So.
And I don't know if you guys saw, he like literally like came on during Street Cleaner's set and talked shit on Eclectotron and wished that he was part of it.
Yeah, he was talking about how much we suck and how much.
Oh my God.
No, I missed it. I'm going to need to see some video.
He's a rough customer sometimes, and
that's funny.
Well, we can't do the show without him. But
he's part of the band. Yeah,
he's part of the
band, baby. He's the heart and soul.
Yeah. Was he on stage with you? Did I just?
So we did not bring him on stage. We did bring him to the event, but getting him to perform the way. He's a finicky robot.
He is completely unreliable.
So he's a kit robot, like full transparency. Like he was built from a kit. Paul and I built him, and then we replaced a bunch of his parts and like painted him and put like plated metal on him and just swapped out his head and his eyes. And I think it's just completely corrupted his will to support life. And And we're there, keep an eye out. There's going to be a lot more Ron in our future.
Yeah, but his onstage behavior has been largely unacceptable. So
yeah, like we could not deal. It's going to be best to have him, kept in our ship, and he'll just like pipe in via video to kind of chat with everybody.
I feel like the Robot Liberation Front is going to have something to say about all this.
The RLO.
Potentially.
Or RLF.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, so let's get into a little bit of like your influences. And I know that it sounds like you're really inspired by the people that are already playing Neotropolis, but are there some other bands that you haven't mentioned yet that you guys took a lot of inspiration from?
I mean, yes. Let's just we'll each say one. Like there's too many to list, but we're each going to say one.
Perfect.
Night Flight Orchestra is a band that I'm completely obsessed with, and they've got a lot of retro and analog synth vibes. It's like sort of the beta, like the side project to a bunch of the guys in Soil Work and other sort of Scandinavian death metal bands. They did it's almost like a classic rock ELO type band, but like they've got all these catchy melodies, and they're doing the retro thing in their own way. And for them, like their aesthetic is like they're all like drunk airline pilots, which I love. So they are a huge influence on the way that I write music.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess my biggest influence with vocal performance is I'm a huge fan of power metal, and power metal was probably the most like important genre of music to me as a singer, because it was the first time I had heard female vocals where I thought to myself, oh, I don't have to tone myself down if I were to perform this song. Most of the time, pop music, R&B, whatever, like it can be very powerful in its own right, but like the shit that's the most popular, I was talking to Reese about it the other night, like Billie Eilish has an insane voice. She has a crazy powerful voice, but the version of her that sells the most is when she's like this, like just very
so
small.
And you nailed that.
Yeah. So my biggest influence is her name is Noora Luhimo. She is the front woman. Well, she was up until recently front woman of a Finnish power metal band called Battle Beast that was very integral in me and Reese's relationship and all that jazz. And she has this really cool ability. Scandinavia is just so fucking cool in that they respect you if you are a musician or if you're an artist. So it's like the government puts so much money behind their artists. So it's not just like, okay, I can only be in a band. It's like I can be in a band, and then when I'm not touring, I can do like government funded like musical variety shows. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And so just like the code switching that she's able to do between super gnarly, nasty like metal queen to doing like cute little show tunes for Finnish TV. It's so incredibly impressive. So she's definitely who I think about the most when I record and when I perform.
And Francis.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about my answer and hoping to go last, and I still don't have a good one. There's just so many, and with this band, I definitely am thinking half the time about coming from the perspective of being inspired by musicians or bands, and half the time coming from the perspective of being inspired by producers or arrangers or people like that. And there's people like Nile Rodgers or Mike Dean or Daft Punk that are like super, super inspirational to me as producers. And the way that they put together like the structure, like I think of it as like the vertical structure of the songs. Like, and I think about that a lot when I play guitar, because I find that when I'm playing like too big of a sound or too big of a chord, it just kind of washes out and becomes noise. And I try to find the note that if I have room for it in the band, which I do in this band, because synthesizers and bass guitar and vocals, I try to find space in between to find a melody. And that takes me to other types of inspirations where it's like, what kind of melodies do I think are cool on guitars? And there's groups like Slafag is a big one that was a big inspiration to the song Space Pirate on the album. And they're like a sort of weirdo metal group from San Francisco.
Yeah, Francis and I were absolutely. We are like the most annoying super fans to Slaufeg. Whenever there's a Slaufeg show, they come up and like we get drunk and we're like, hey, and everyone in Slaufeg's like, oh god, it's them. We don't want to talk to them anymore.
Francis loves Slaufeg so much. The last time we went to go see them, Francis fell asleep at the show in the corner of the venue. That's how much he loves them.
That's too funny. At Neotropolis this year, you guys played a Starcadian tribute song during your set.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And you mentioned what an influence he was on you. Can you tell us a little bit about what he meant to you guys as another musician and someone that you take inspiration from?
When we started the project, like even before we started the project, I was like, I wanted to do my homework. And I really wanted to like immerse myself in a culture that I had really only been exposed to through like Perturbator and Carpenter Brute. Those were the only sort of synthwave, cyberpunk sort of artists that I was familiar with going into, I guess, the whole Neotropolis experience and writing music for Neotropolis. Mm-hmm. And the first band I found just kind of like cold skimming through playlists of synthwave was Starcadian. And I was like, oh, whoa, this is synthwave, but there's like an emotional depth to every song. And I mean, of course, every song is going to have an emotional depth to it, but like as just like on a first listen, I was like hit by just the amount of feeling that you hear in a vocoder, you know, like that's kind of, which is, you know, by definition, a not emotional instrument. It's a synthesizer. It's a vocal take, like, you know, converted into a chord or a note via a synthesizer. And so I saved, and the first song I ever heard was Chinatown. It's the one that we performed. Yeah. And so I listened through Sunset Blood, that whole album, and I was blown away. I was like, I love the whole, like, oh my gosh, it's the soundtrack to a movie that was never made. It's like its own sort of story, while also being standalone, like excellent standalone songs and meaningful standalone songs, while being more than that when you put it all together. And then like Radio Galaxy came out not long after that. Deep Cuts was like a big one for us too. I don't know, like Starcadian became very quickly the most important synthwave artist to me. And I think to us.
And I think also too, Starcadian was very important in validating for us, you know, like we mentioned earlier, we are not synthwave, but we exist in this synthwave landscape, you know, in terms of the other acts that we're associated with. And that's Starcadian. He's obviously, he's very synth heavy, but he's not orthodox at all in terms of synthwave, and he's so deeply impactful and respected. And so I think to Reese's point, hearing that at the beginning of us doing this thing, it was like, okay, it's okay for us to be really different and still dive headfirst into this community and seeing what they think.
And actually, like it was some of his collabs with Twerp.
Oh yeah,
TWRP,
super fun,
an incredible band. Absolutely. Yeah. I would be remiss to say that they were not an influence in what we do. They absolutely were. Yeah. But like some of his collabs specifically with Twerp are like incredible. Like there's a song called Polygon.
Oh,
that, like,
so good.
It was like my most listened to song on Spotify like 2 years in a row. Cool. But yeah, no, Starcadian was a huge influence in what we did. And like, you know, George is also, he was so much more than just like a singer and a songwriter. He was like a producer. He was a synth player. He could shred on guitar. He could slap at a bass, man. Like he was a well-rounded musician on all fronts. Yeah. And it was such an incredible honor to like play with, like open for him and like go, and he walked into the Gentleman Loser and we got to shake his hand and I got to look him in the eye and I got to be like, you wrote the soundtrack to the last 4 years of my life and I just wanted to thank you.
Awesome. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And like he's in some of the photos of us performing at the Core. So like, I don't know, like it was a really sort of, it was an incredible thing. And it was also his first West Coast show ever, because he doesn't really play shows. He doesn't, he's from New York, the city. and well, not from, but that's where he made. That was his base when he was making all his music. He's Greek.
Yeah, he's Greek.
But he was based in New York, and he was infamous for not having shows. He would do local DJ sets. He would do a handful of shows. The very first time he played a show in California was Neotropolis 2024.
That's wild.
So everyone who got to see that show was really, really lucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it was almost spooky how perfect it was too. You know, just like this act that really got us into the scene and the genre, and all of a sudden, like, our name is on the same bill as him, which was crazy. And then, just as Reese said, to be able to perform alongside him for the one and only time he ever played on the West Coast, and one of the few live shows that he ever did. That
show was magic. That was an amazing show.
Truly magical show. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't get to see it. So if anyone has this on video, please send it to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Wow. But yeah, your rendition of Chinatown that you did had us bawling.
Yeah.
It was really
good.
a beautiful, beautiful tribute. You guys sounded great.
No, it means a lot that we got to do it. I'm really looking forward to hearing the whole collection of tributes to Starcadian.
Yeah, totally.
Love it. All right.
I hope that becomes a regular thing at Neo for sure.
Yeah,
totally.
That would be a lot of fun. I mean, there's so much music and it's so good. So that would be awesome. All right. I know I just brought us to a place. We gotta come back from. So let's get back to some Eclectotron music. And I want to know each of your favorite tracks to perform.
Yes.
Because there's so many good ones, and you guys have so much energy. But yeah, I'm really curious about what each of your favorites are.
Man, the new album has some bangers that I absolutely love to play. But dude, I love playing Andromeda. Andromeda is always my favorite. We close most sets with it, and that song is one of my favorite things that I've written. And Madison sounds incredible on it. Like, Francis does these ridiculous wailing notes in the pre-chorus. Like, everybody's bringing their A game, and everybody gives their all in that song. So that's going to be my answer.
And the crowd loves it.
Yes. They do like it.
The crowd loves it.
Easy to sing along because it's one word.
It goes Andromeda, Andromeda.
Everybody points at the same time. It's fucking sick.
Oh, so fun.
That's one of the. We have so many internal jokes about, like, I am so used to singing in bands that I play in, and this is the first band I've been in more than a decade that I don't even do backup vocals in. So I don't know the lyrics to any of the songs intentionally. I'd be like, I don't have to worry about this, so I just won't even pay attention to that part. And I just mishear lyrics all the time. There's always something really funny. But,
I was just looking through the liner notes on the record. There's a lot of words too.
There's a lot of words.
Too bad I'm not reading any of those.
None of my business.
I think I actually edited the lyrics in the album insert, didn't I? But anyway, I think that, God, I'm so tempted to say YS1 because it's the easiest song, and that makes it the most fun to perform because I don't have to worry about making mistakes, and I just get to be on stage.
Oh yeah.
But oh my God, I love playing that guitar break in the middle of Space Pirates so much.
Space Pirate is a very, very close second for me.
It's so fun to play.
That song is stupid satisfying to play.
Yeah, and it's such a guitar song. I feel like that's the only song that we played that's just a guitar song. That's like for guitar nerds to be like, whoa, the guitar part in the song's cool. Whoa, there's the other guitar part's cool too. As a guitarist, that song I'm both very proud of the guitar parts and on it, and I enjoy playing them very much. And have practiced it enough that it's not that stressful to play, even though it is a little tricky.
That's awesome.
I love it. And Maddie, do you have a different one?
I think so. It's a tie. I love Space Pirate for so many reasons. It might be my favorite song on the album. It's at least definitely within the top 3. But the pre-chorus, usually when we play that song, it's like the second or the third song in the set.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty early on. And I love it because the pre-chorus, the lyrics for it, it's give me confidence, arrogance, an air of bold resilience. And it's almost like a prayer, like an affirmation I'm saying to myself going into the rest of the show. Like, give me this,
awesome.
give me that. Like, just, you know, I want to take everything that makes this abstract figure that's inspiring me cool and just download it into my body right now. And let's get on with the rest of the show. So that's number one. And then number two, Babe.Wave. Babe.Wave is a song where like, so Francis and I wrote that. And I remember as we're finishing up, maybe Francis, you felt the same way. You're like, oh, fuck, we have to play this like live at a certain point, you know?
I didn't have that experience. My experience that's similar to that was Reese including it in a set list for shows. Like we had a show coming up. I go, what songs are we going to play for it? And he's like, okay, here's the set I want. And that was on there. And I was like, oh, I didn't think we were going to be doing that one live.
No.
I thought that was just for the album.
It is. I mean,
you did this to yourself, dude. Like, this is all you.
It is every bit as bonkers to play as it is to consume as a listener. But
so fun.
It's so fun, but it's just like I'm so excited to present it to people that it just kind of eliminates all of the, you know, I should be psyching myself out during that song and I'm not, just because.
Oh, funny.
You know, and I'm just genuinely so excited to give it to people because it was such a wacky project to work on with Francis.
And it was one of those songs that, like, because it was just so, like, after we had it recorded and, like, we're playing it back, we're like, God, this song's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, God, like, we were so intimidated by how hard it was going to be to learn.
But then we
just practiced it, like, we just hammered it into our face. Like, I just sat there playing the keyboard part for, like, 4 hours. Just, like, did not stop, just played the whole time. Because I was like reading it off of sheet music because every fucking note is like a triad. So I have to remember like all three voices the whole time. And what I'm doing is not even like technically difficult compared to like what Francis is doing or even Oliver. But like there's just so much information. And I feel like we all felt that way about it so much that like we just front loaded like having to perform it, and it's actually it's gone off without a hitch every time we play it.
Because from the very beginning of knowing that we're going to be adding this to the set list, we all individually went off, practiced the ever-loving shit out of it, and then convened, rehearsed, and then we're like, okay, it's going to be fine, and it sounds great.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
I absolutely love the beginning of that song. Maddie, your voice sounds like, I feel like I'm listening to City Pop with like that intro that you do.
That's the best thing you could have said to me.
That makes us very happy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I remember the first, like I heard it for the first time, you playing it this year, and it was super fun. Although during the chorus, when you were like sing along with me, I was like, I can't. I don't know. It's so fast.
That sing along is almost a joke. It's like
it's so bad.
I was like, is there something? Am I supposed to be able to do this?
No.
And to make matters worse, I chose a font that is completely unreadable. So
Unreadable.
like, just completely unreadable. And I didn't realize that until like we're like, I'm like, come on, sing along. And then I like turn around. I'm like,
I'm trying.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
man.
But no, it's really, really fun. And yeah, I just love the like that like very like airy kind of like deep singing you do at the beginning is like so City Pop, and it's so fun. It's a great song.
I love that. I'm gonna throw my.
You guys bring incredible. Speaking of which, live stuff. You guys bring such incredible energy, Maddie, especially you. How do you keep your energy up? You are belting. You are dancing.
You're
you are
fighting
like throwing
kung fu.
yourself around. You're doing kung fu on the stage. How do you rest before and after your show? How do you prepare to bring that incredible energy when you get on stage?
I mean, I am psychopathic when it comes to my fitness regimen, so that's a big one. Yeah. It seriously, just like for me, being in shape and just having a lifestyle where I am constantly moving and multitasking and, you know, whatever. That's the biggest difference.
And vocal warm-ups.
And
Yes.
yeah, we do fun communal vocal warm-ups. But yeah, no, I think just having the confidence that physically I'm able to move and perform and like look the way that I want to, then I can focus all of the energy and attention on the vocal performance rather than the body stuff, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's always so fun to watch you guys perform. You have such great energy. I was actually going to ask, speaking of the vocal warm-ups, do you guys have any like group pre-show rituals that you do together before you get on stage?
Yeah, and I forget about it every time. And then it happens, and I'm like, oh,
It's
this is great. And what happens is Paul goes, guys, come here. And he looks like he's worried about something, and then we all huddle up, and he's like, I love you guys. And I legitimately forget he's gonna do that. He does it every time, and I forget about it before he does it every time. And it's like I think it just like we all go down and have our guard down and feel good because
Totally
he does that.
agree.
We really got to get
agree.
Paul on next time because he's bumming that he can't make it. He's watching the back rooms.
Oh, that's an important thing to be doing.
Yeah. He already had the ticket.
He bought the ticket.
Oh, cool. Yay. And you mentioned that like you had a bunch of theatrics you wanted to do with Patrick, but it seems like Paul does a lot of theatrics as well. I remember him doing this whole shtick with a phone, someone calling in.
yeah.
You guys can hear that? Audience.
Yeah, you guys might want to check on that. We can hear the whole thing.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, we've actually been workshopping stuff like that. And Paul's a very talented actor and writer in his own right. And like he and I have been like trying to figure out ways to insert that sort of like theatrical sort of character element without it coming across as stupid. The phone was like a weird sort of tactile thing that kind of helped with that. Yeah, we've been actively trying to figure this out for a while. Like we even had a whole script planned out for a minute for a show, for our show at the Gentleman Loser, and we ended up scrapping it because we're like, well, it always comes down to what will keep the show going smoothly, and we're afraid to insert that element because, to honestly, the music is more important to us.
Totally.
But if it could be a blend of both, I think that would be killer. Like I don't know if you've ever seen a twerp show. Tupperware Remix Party.
Their shows. Actually going to say you guys remind me a bit of Twerp.
They're incredible. Like the way that they kind of mesh their little like the little skits and like the little like the jokes and like the characters is flawless, and I'm deeply inspired by that. But for us, there's so much going on at a show, and we don't have the luxury of like 2-hour sound checks and like a technical staff that helps us do things. It's like we do mostly our own sound, and like we've come up with a system that allows us to play the music that we've written with the video backing tracks, and like it always comes down to that, like if we add another element, will that be the one thing that kind of derails the show? And so hopefully we get our shit together and we figure it out for next year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the phone was like a great way to kind of dip your toes into that. And we were already cracking up. And then when he like hung it on the mic stand, I just like, lost my mind. It was so funny.
It was so
that
good.
And also like the like marquee sign that you guys had.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad you
Paul's very proud of that.
Oh,
that's
that
all
was
Paul.
cracking
That's
me up.
all Paul.
Really, really fun.
Yeah. We're cracking.
We need.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say we need more Paul, because Paul is genuinely like, ask anybody who has talked to him for more than 10 minutes, like top 5 funniest people you've ever met in your entire life. And I think the world needs to hear more.
Yeah, I can promise you're going to get more Paul and you're going to get more Ron.
More Paul, more Ron.
Yes.
So
more robot
that's
Ron.
dangerous.
I know, some good, some bad.
Yeah, so you guys are out there doing like killer music. Like genuinely really love your stuff. Great performance. The band, you guys all look amazing. You've got the video backing tracks, which add so much to it. You've got these comedy elements. There's so much going on. What we haven't talked about yet is your costumes, which are on point. Do you make them yourselves?
I mean,
I was gonna say, I noticed the Namilia is
Oh,
incredible.
yeah, okay. So do you speak my language?
I clocked the Namilia
Yes.
immediately, and I was like,
100%.
oh yeah.
There are definitely
100%.
elements that we purchase, but like I'm a total madman, and all the like armor pieces, like all the aluminum or steel pieces you see us wearing, like typically painted orange or brushed to be like shiny. I make those over there.
Sweet.
Like the arm I performed in this year, I made for
sick.
Paul's like double-breasted vest. Those are plates that I made and costumes that we made actually for our first music video back in 2022. Panic's gonna do his own thing, man. Panic's gonna be comfortable and make his. I have no part in that costume, but he looks amazing. And Madison, well, she's a curator of fine, fashionable goods.
Yeah, I mean, Oliver and I have the same approach, which is like I love styling. I'm the type of person I can't clean my room because then I start putting an outfit together and then 5 hours go by and it's like, okay, cool. I have 6 outfits for this festival I'm not even going to. Oh my God, my room's so messy. But no, I love, like you said, I love brands like Namilia, which are more kind of, I think they're German. I think they're Berlin based. So, Germany's just got it going on, man. When it comes,
cool stuff.
They got some cool shit, and it's like very dark and sexy, and kind of commands authority. So I kind of like to look to them, either buying their products or just looking at their lookbooks and kind of getting inspiration from their stuff. But no, I wish I was like Reese in that
Very
I
cool.
can make anything from scratch, but I also appreciate that I have a really good eye and I can take pieces from many different people and put them together into one thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
But
just gonna
this
show it real
thing-
quick. This is my new show arm, and
yeah, that's really sick.
check it out.
That's
It's
so,
got
so
a button
cool.
and then it turns on. It's all lighty, cool.
Oh wow.
It's all cool and lighty. So I love
That's awesome.
Neotropolis unlocked the like. Oh, you can make
So
things out of sheet
tinkering.
metal. You can just go to a sheet metal store and buy stuff and make things out of them, and no one will
Make
stop you.
Whatever.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want. Someone
Yeah,
told
so
me
get
after a
with free
show.
will.
Yeah. well, look. God damn it. This is terrible. You know. God's sake.
It's so great.
But yeah, the long answer is we have a bunch of amazing influences and makers in our life that help us do things. And yeah, sometimes we just lock ourselves into a garage and make some crazy shit because it's cooler than not doing that.
Yeah, and then I just dress like a science fiction medieval peasant.
Amazing. Incredible.
No, but
That's
you're
a really
no,
good
but, like,
summary of
Francis-
how you look,
Yeah.
actually.
I
that
didn't
fits.
come up with it. Someone told me that after a show.
No,
and I'm
but-
like,
Oh, that's
Wait.
so funny.
Wow. Okay. But no, your look
hilarious.
this past show, Francis, was a little bit of a departure from the you peasant.
oh, the lightning bolt pants. Yeah,
The lightning bolt
Yeah.
pants,
the
which
constant
So good.
cigarette in your mouth.
yeah. The
I was gonna
big
say the like mullet and the mustache were very
yeah,
it was
and the
very
big glasses.
cool.
And honestly, you to me, like you evoked kind of like Phil Lynott, the lead singer of Thin Lizzy. I got
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit.
that's
who
the compliment.
Who apparently Prince totally extracted all of his steez to create
Yeah.
his look.
Yeah, he was
Fun
a
facts.
cocky. He was a cocky dude, and like in like deserved to be. I guess is
Yeah.
a good way of putting it. Like he was really charming on stage. I really loved the way he acts on stage and how effortlessly cool he seems. Apparently, he was like a big time gang member, and he would like the boys are back in town was like
Yeah.
Yes.
like that was a song about like they actually like him and his bandmates would actually like go figure out who's causing problems and go like beat them up and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like they were actually like
Wait, that's
a real
so
gang.
funny.
Yeah. No, it's not about a bunch of dads.
It's just about
Yeah.
bunch of dads
About
going
a group of dangerous men.
No, it's not a bunch of dads
no.
going to Laughlin for the weekend. It's
But they sound so joyful.
The boys are back in town. The boys
The
are.
boys, yeah.
But just so effortlessly
people
cool.
His
Yeah.
brain is
Jumping
hemorrhaging. The
people.
boys are back in town.
That's too
We
funny.
killed a man.
Yeah, the last verse, you never hear about that one.
Yeah, they cut that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I know we're running a little long, but we got a couple more questions for you.
It's fine.
One of the big strengths of this band comes from Maddie. Your voice is just absolutely a laser blaster coming through the speakers.
Wow, thank you.
And then along with that, you guys decided to pair Reese's voice through a vocoder, and it took me a long time to figure out what was actually going on, and I finally paid enough attention during this last show to realize it's a talk box with the with the Peter Frampton thing.
Yep.
It's really cool. So tell me how you guys came about your duet sound using the vocoder. No, the vocoder, the talk box.
So when we first started the band, the first fully realized song we did was a song called Danger and Bound. And the sort of story, because I'm a total dweeb and I'm big on a story that is kind of happening during a song, is basically a conversation between a fighter pilot and then the ship's computer and how they're going to get out of a sticky situation. And that's the whole inspiration for the song. And so it just started as this congratulations, pilot, objective clear, plotting course back home to the biosphere. And then she comes back in, she's I'm about, awesome, this big back and forth thing. And then the back and forths get faster as the song continues, and then we harmonize in the chorus, and that felt so cool, because I didn't want to sing, because as much as I enjoy singing, I do guttural vocals for different projects. I'm not, my voice is not my strength, and but I still love engaging with an audience, and I love sort of using my mouth to shape sounds. And I was like, if I pre-record all the melodies on a synthesizer and then play them through a foul-smelling tube, I can just mouth them at people. So everything that you hear, we've pre-recorded on synthesizers, and they are synced with our backing tracks, and they play out as a separate track from our interface. They go through a talk box pedal on the ground and up through that tube, and I reproduce them live so that I can play my keytar or my guitar while continuing to sing. And it felt so good to have that during Danger and Bound. I was like, well, this is just a cool, this is sort of a core element. And so for us, the harmonization of man and machine or woman and machine became this thing that was we barely don't do it. We barely don't do it. There's a couple of songs. It's such
a cool sound.
It's so signature, and it sounds so cool.
And it's the only way I can compete with her incredible voice is by using robots.
Yeah, you can jump 3 octaves and be in tune still.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. I didn't even realize that it was a pre-recorded track. That's really neat.
Yeah, a lot of talkbox players will do it live. And I thought about it
with the guitar.
Yeah, exactly, with his guitar.
Make the guitar talk.
And I thought about doing it live, but I was like, I think this is more fun as just because what it is it's robot talk, but there's a soul to it. Not that vocoder isn't powerful, because it is. It's very cool, and we do use vocoder in our tracks in other ways. But for me, there's a personality, being able to shape the sound with your throat and with your mouth. And so for me, talkbox will always be that's the most important thing I do. I play guitar, I write the songs, I play guitar, but the talkbox I think is the most important contribution that I make live to the sound. And we're finally at a point now where we don't have to fight the sound people to understand this.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, hilarious.
Yeah, and talkbox really retains a lot of the personality of the person controlling it.
Yeah.
It does.
Reese in a talkbox sounds like Reese to me still when I'm editing tracks and stuff like that. It's it's definitely him, and it's not somebody else recording at the talkbox. And I think that's really cool, a really cool element of it as well.
It's really neat. Yeah. And I could hear the difference, and I was that's what definitely had me questioning how it was being done.
Yeah. No, there's a little bit of trickery there for sure.
Yeah. That's super fun. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's start to wind it down. But I do want to know, you guys came out with this new album, and you decided that the vinyl would be your flagship, along with a cassette tape version. And I know that it's gaining in popularity, but what pushed you guys into the retro versions of these albums for this one?
we've always tried to use some useless piece of outdated media to share our music with the world. Our first EP was via a cassette, and
Cool.
that was actually the only physical medium you could buy it in. And then our second EP was on mini disc, like a GameCube sized disc.
Rad.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Really
And
useful.
so we were like, time to go to the big leagues. Time to go to the root of audiophiles and prissy music nerds everywhere. We're going to do a vinyl wax LP, baby. So yeah, like our sound, things need to be retro and inconvenient.
Well, it's really funny because like, you know, like the CD version is really close to the same version you're going to get streaming. You know, it's waves versus the MP3s. But
Yeah, it's an uncompressed
it's the same
format.
thing. But yeah, I'm determined that like when my friends' bands put out an album, I'm getting it. I don't have a record player. But like
have a
these
needle
look
you can
so
scrape along
cool.
and put your ear next to it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Really good.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, that might be my next step. I do want to get a record player because I think it's super fun. But
I like the ritual of a record player or a tape too,
Yeah.
to be honest, because you still have to flip the sides.
Those are my two favorite mediums for that reason because they're mediums for albums. And CDs are great. They're convenient for if you have a CD player. But they do encourage like skipping the same way that Spotify or whatever else like does.
Right.
And I think that it's really fun to put on an album. And I love tapes and vinyl for that reason because they're both that side A, side B kind of format.
Yeah, when we have
And
we have a morning off, we have a vinyl player upstairs, and we'll just put on an album, drink a cup of coffee, flip the other side, and
sometimes you write a
it
song
feels a little bit more deliberate.
I was gonna say there's an intentionality to
Lasso,
playing
what do you
music
need?
that way.
You tell the audience that I
That
think
you
they're
don't
doing
get
a
with
really
like just
good
putting something on
job.
Spotify.
Also, it comes in this cool big thing. It's like this giant cool thing.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it does
I
look
mean,
cool.
compared to CDs and tapes, it's like it's large form art.
Yes, exactly. And we got to put the liner note in there too.
Yeah.
Like a little blueprint of the ship. It was a lot of fun to make
Yeah,
that.
it's no Black Moses, but I love our packaging.
Right now.
Yeah. Oh no, it's really great. And I was absolutely thrilled to get it right before Neotropolis. Like it was perfect timing.
It's okay, just drum it away.
I'll see you at the end of the show.
I'm glad it was. Whenever you get vinyl made, like it takes so long, and there's always a delay, and it's like, oh, there's a shortage on whatever necessary component of the project.
Right.
So like we actually started the process of making these in December, and we got them like I think
We were
late
putting
March.
we were putting them together the night before our release show.
And that was April 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, they because the distributor sent the different parts of the packaging separately. So the LPs themselves came in one box, and the sleeve came in another box, and the inserts I think was another box. And one of them we didn't have till the night before, so we were assembling them in the room that Reese and Madison are sitting in. I think the night before our record release show.
Yeah, we were.
Do you do this like our patch of the month? Is there a blown kiss in here that I haven't?
Because that's what I do. That's what I do every month. I blow little kisses into the envelopes. I say thank you, and then I seal them up.
And you too can get a blown in kiss from Winks by signing up on our Patreon.
Let's
All right,
go.
guys. Galactic Trash is available now. And honestly, it's out there on Spotify and everywhere else where you can get your music for a low monthly fee. But for folks that are trying to put some real Earth dollars in these artists' hands, where can they find out more about Eclectotron and buy this record or cassette tape?
You can buy all of our physical media for all of our projects at eclectotron.bandcamp.com. It's also available through Retrosynth Records, our record label. And there you can find the physical copies of the cassette and the album. And you can also buy a digital copy on Bandcamp to download forever and have for forever as a downloaded file, a line of code that you do what you see fit with.
Beautiful. I can't wait till the next generation gets iPods and they're like, look at my retro music.
Dude,
they won't work.
I found mine.
No, you know what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of Gen Z jewelry brands that are making iPod Nanos and Minis into just like pendants and like earrings.
Dude, look at this. I found
funny.
mine.
Whoa, it's a video one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could play
Yeah.
videos on it. They're tiny as hell, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the cable anymore, but I found it.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to get up.
Fantastic.
I
All right.
found my old Nokia brick.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Great.
guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been
Makeshift
Thank
Winks,
you.
thank you
blast.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for
It was a
having us.
joy.
Yeah, this was fun.
We've got to have bands on more often because this has been so entertaining. You guys are a hoot.
Yeah.
And
We
absolutely
gotta
love
get
your
the whole
show.
group on
I was
here
gonna
sometime.
say
I know.
all 5
Yeah.
next time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get so much shit from Paul for this. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have the whole band on next time. That'll be really fun. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope that the album sells well. And can't wait to see you at next year's Neotropolis.
Hell yeah! Thank you guys so much for everything.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Yay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, have a good night.
You
too.
as well.
Thanks.
Good night.
Yeah.
So many people that were cooler than me. Looks like a ship can wait that dream slowly free. The neon colors of marvel to see.
Oh my God, they are so much fun.
They're so fun.
Jeez, I wasn't kidding.
What
we
a
should,
joy.
We should do more of the bands.
We
I
should.
think. Like, what if we just became the Apocalypse Post music show?
We could do that.
We're gonna need
We-
like a music license so that we can play some songs. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
Do you think
true.
we can? We could probably get away with it on podcast.
Probably. No one's gonna know.
No one's
Nobody's
gonna
gonna
know.
know.
We
Nobody's
could,
gonna know.
I mean, there's a really good chance I snuck a couple of Eclectotron songs into that episode anyway. I
we
think
would
I
never
did.
do such a thing.
I know I would never. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Thank you again to Eclectotron. They were so fun hanging
guys
out
are
with them, chatting
so-
with them about Neo and everything. So thank you guys again for being on.
Yeah.
If you are, if you're a musical act that plays at any of these events and you want to have an episode, feel free
Yeah.
to reach out. We are always looking for, people to chat about the events with. So
Yeah. Yeah. So if you do like cyberpunk or post-apocalypse or sci-fi style, let's do it. Yeah. But yeah, oh my gosh. I felt like we had so much to talk about. We didn't even get through all our notes.
I know we had more note. We had to cut it for time because it was
Yeah.
it was running long, and we had already had technical difficulties. And yeah, it was already 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. So
Yeah,
but I'm glad we got to as much as we did because that was super fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And jeez, Reese is hysterical. And so is Francis. Like he kept coming out of nowhere with like little
Yeah.
gems
Yeah, they were
for
all
us.
very charming, funny.
Yeah.
Really, really enjoyable.
Yeah. I
And
feel
we
like
hope you guys had as much fun as we did.
yeah. I know I had fun. Oh my, I'm wiped out. It was a long day.
I'm so tired. I need to go to bed.
Oh yeah. So we got to wrap things up. All right, we'll keep this outro nice and short. So everyone out there, make sure that you are subscribed wherever you're listening. And leave us a thumbs up, a comment, or a review wherever you can. And of course, if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend. Winks, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much to my beautiful co-host.
Thank you.
And if you hated today's episode, share it with an enemy and ditch them with a dying Mars rover on a dead red planet.
Whoa.
We'll see you next time, survivors. Until then, stay alive.